Just a quick update on the power supply I'm working on for this MIMI 803. I took out all the failed capacitors. These are the spike suppression capacitors. This one's obviously failed. The other's a bit harder to see, but they're all cracked. So at the moment I've just taken them out. The supply will work fine without them, but they will need to be replaced to protect it from spikes in the future. But when I powered it up after that, it just made the usual switch mode clicking sound that indicates something's not right. So I've spent some time going through the power supply, and it was a strange fault, which is why I decided to record it. What it turned out to be is the windings on the switching transformer appear to be open circuit, and what it turned out to be was one of the connections where the terminal and the actual winding meet was open circuit. It was a dry joint. It looked fine even under a microscope, but it was reading as open. But when I resoldered it, it's fine. So that was quite an interesting one. So I'll get this refitted to the board, power it back up, and see if that's solved the problem. Okay, so that's the transformer refitted to the board. I'll power it back up and see if the problem's resolved. Okay, that's looking good so far. The only thing I can hear now is the fan. The clicking stopped, so either now it's completely dead or possibly working. I need to be fairly careful because it is live in this corner. There's a legend in the top of the board here that tells me what the voltages should be on the connector. So we should have 12 volts at the end, which we do. It is pretty much unloaded at the moment, of course, so it might be slightly high. And then we should have 5 volts. Which we do. And then at the other end we should have, the reason there's two, there's a low current plus 5 and a low current plus 12, and at this end there's a high current plus 12 and plus 5. So plus 12 is fine, and plus 5, and that's fine. So it appears to be working. I'll leave it running for a few hours just to make sure that it behaves itself, nothing overheats or goes bang. I'll get some new safety caps, get those fitted, and then I can get the power supply reconnected to the main board and see how we get on. I will put some current limiting in between the power supply and the main board before I do that, just to make sure we do try and protect the board if possible, and hopefully the main board will work, but we'll see in the next video.